They say MOBA is a team sport, but when you are playing it offline, it's not a team sport anymore. It's an escort mission through a circus. Today I'm playing as Sade Countess. She is an archer and supposedly she is on the back line of the fight, but there is one problem, okay? Since I'm playing it offline and the bots are useless, I'm also now the frontline tank, the support, and the main DPS. Now enjoy as I fight my way from stage 1 to stage 10 while babysitting these two useless bots.
Ini ada sistemnya ya seperti api. Oke, jadi kita langsung aja main ini kan.
At first, everything is going well. It's a tutorial stage. Who really lose to that?
Katanya ini offline dan
Well,
offline.
anyway, this is our chance to get familiarized to the gameplay, control, and basically the map. That is the enemy minion, and that is our target. Okay, enemy core. Here I'm still alone, and it's pretty easy. You don't really need to see this anyway. Honestly, I think that the tutorial stage is unnecessary, but I guess let's just think of it as an extra gameplay. Here we go. We have Crusader now as our second character. Well, when he is in the AI mode, okay, he is basically useless. He couldn't even attack minion or even the tower. Like what? Honestly, even when I'm controlling him, I don't like how he plays out. His movement feels steep and I don't understand his power. Basically, it's not really high damage. But yeah, so that is the Crusader basically. And with that, we are approaching the end of the stage 2.
Yes.
Alright, so far so good, and we are moving on to the next stage. We also got our warrior here, Red Storm.
Coba yang macan atau ini lebih mirip pro sih dan
Here
ini
the difficulty has started to pick up a little bit, and yeah, so the enemy bot could easily defeat us, but our ally, as you can see, is, I don't know, pretty vegetable. Like, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, this is the story, and I do swap character when one is dead, like Sade Countess died, so I changed into the Crusader. But look, I don't really find it to be that useful. Her, the warrior, is pretty good to play with, and I think she has some buff to add damage attacking tower and also the core. But yeah, the Crusader may be good for minion only, but he doesn't attack, he just stare. Okay, now we are moving on to the next stage again. In this stage, I died a lot more, and well, it's not really that difficult compared to the last one. It's just that maybe the enemy is a little bit upgraded their attack and damage. I was just pulling around here with the Crusader, and when I'm using the Red Storm, she accidentally got stuck when I'm using that skill, and no enemy could attack me inside. No damage can be received when I'm stuck in there. I wish I could recreate it again, but I have no luck when I try that again in the later stage.
jadi dulu aku ada pernah main Roblox pertama coba gitu
Oh, and I think I should mention this. The sound you hear in the background, I don't know if that is from a cricket or maybe a frog actually. Of some kind, I'm not really too sure. But you have to excuse me about that. I'm not quite sure why it's so near my place. It's outside, I believe. Okay. Anyway, we are trying to avoid this attack from the car, but it's impossible to escape. And yeah, I just take it. And here you will see my set contest died. I change, and here actually the crusader doing something useful before my death. So I just attack it, and yeah, it's pretty surprising. But honestly, I'm I kind of, maybe it's because I use the character, okay, and they follow me, and they turn, I don't know, turn stupid because I lead them. But if they work on themselves, they're not that bad actually. And we are going to attack the core again with Sage Contest. I'm still not quite sure how to say contest. It's like con, right? Like con number and con Dracula thing, like a title. Um, but I don't know how to. Is it spell or say pronounce? I don't know how to pronounce the N contest, cont, contest maybe. Alright, princesses, princess. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, we are going to move on to the end if we manage to, which we are struggling. It's really hard, and I really start to realize perhaps in the next stage, okay, perhaps, because I'm not quite sure when it is. I start asking myself, right, what are the colors above or beside the health of the enemy? And at first I thought it was about the element, like the color green, it means that nature. But when I see again, it's change. Each character I use, it changes and keep changing, and then I start to piece the puzzle together, however slow that was. And it's that if it's green, it means that the character we are using currently could easily defeat the enemy. And if it's yellow, well, it's hard to beat but not impossible. If it's red, yeah, you are cooked. And yeah, and I only understand that, I don't know, I think midway through the game, I'm not quite sure which part it is, but I guess I'm glad that I found out about it, since I think on the last stage I focus on the killing of the enemy instead of, trying to destroy the core as soon as possible. I changed my tactic. I think I also need to mention that throughout the game, I don't think I have ever once coming back to base to heal myself, getting a regeneration and avoiding death basically. But I don't know why I never got the feeling or the want and the need to go back to the base. Yeah, I don't know, it's, I'm a programmer, okay, what did I just say, programmer? I'm a pro gamer, okay, that's, yeah, even my typo in my talking, misspoken, misspeaking, that should tell you that I am a pro. Have I already talked about it before? The glitch or bug with the Redstorm character, where we use this skill right here, and yeah, we go to the middle again. I think we have already done so in the previous stage, and I said that it's hard to recreate it. I think in later stage after this, I never managed to recreate it again. But yeah, this is basically the winning stretch. If you want to use this right, we could just get stuck inside the enemy core now. And the other stage, I think we are going to skip through most of them, since you are already know the gameplay by now. Already on stage 6, we are moving on again, and then we are going to beat stage 7. Oh, but it's not that easy. I think we are going to get our very first defeat, and honestly it's more so because we lack the time instead of, the enemy got to our core. For example, if we get 5 minutes and the time limit is over, while the enemy got more kill, I don't know, maybe because our ally is stupid, the bot is, and yeah, you're cooked if you got the less kill count, which is, I don't know, I feel like it's not fair. I mean, it's fair maybe if you are playing with real people. And on that note, I have checked, well, I'm not like playing it, but I've seen like online, I think, player versus player mode, but I'm not quite sure if we gonna fight real time, or maybe it's just like a friend or something we have and it's recorded. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like maybe it's record, maybe it's like Clash of Clan and things like racing game. I think Asphalt, you can pick real people, but it's more so like the recording of the gameplay of the have, yeah, and you pick that record or ghost. I think it might be that one, but not quite sure. Maybe it's real time, so we gonna retry again and retry. We never give up, okay? Or maybe we will give up, but I almost give up. But we must struggle, okay? Life is struggle. If you're not struggling, then there is something wrong. I don't know if that is good thing or bad thing, but something is wrong. Well, that was easy. I don't know why I was struggling before, but anyway, we are moving on to stage 7, and yeah, just as I'm recording the voiceover right now, and when I'm playing the game too, I'm feeling tired because the recording also right now is late at night. Yeah, I don't know why it's crowded. Is that the word? Crowd and busy with, I don't know, a lot of noise, and it's hard to record on daytime. That is the issue. That is the issue. But the other thing is, I don't know. I'll share a little bit of lore. Okay, I'm quite shy. I'm shy. Definitely, if it's something new like recording, I never saw or tell my family before that I am making videos on YouTube. As you can see, the quality and also how I play is mediocre. Okay, but I hope it could be entertaining for you guys. But yeah, this is why I don't share yet, because I'm not so successful, and yeah, there is nothing to show yet. Can you imagine if I show it right now? It's gonna be pretty embarrassing. But yeah, we continue again. Right now, it's all up to set contest again to reclaim the victory. Well, I don't know how to say that. It's not reclaim, but just claim. And yeah, starting by destroying the towers around this core, we are going to attack the core now, and it's pretty simple. But if the enemy spawn or coming here, it's going to be a lot of trouble, since we already failed before, not losing the game per se, but yeah, here if sometime if we doesn't move at all, enemy AI might not notice us. I think one time the enemy doesn't notice me at all until the end. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that is the simple way. So set contest now. Fall down, and Red Storm is taking the chance again to avenge set contest. We can see, yeah, see what I mean? Well, Crusader doesn't really do much. And so we are now on stage 8. Well, it has been so much fun. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's a little fun because there is also the frustration of playing with this bot. But I recommend the game if you have some free time and free storage. It's a good game actually. Even if I say like the bot is bad, it's maybe also the fact that I'm a bad gamer. If I reflect on myself, I didn't go back to base to heal myself first, getting ready, and I didn't check the enemy, which is their advantage over me, or maybe disadvantage. I didn't check that. There are quite a lot where yeah, if I'm playing online MOBAs, okay, yeah, my team, I'm gonna be some dark system. Wait. Well, would you look at that? The Crusader is finally doing something, and we are moving on to the stage 9. Alright, this stage, just like any other stage, pretty normal, but here there is a new enemy. I think never coming. No appearance before this stage, and you will see it's pretty annoying the skill that they have. It's basically locking you, and yeah, it's also doing damage. And now it's Said Contest again. She is going to try to take the win, but can she manage to do it? Well, it's too soon to say anything, but you know, the enemy is pretty strong here. Look at their top. And there she goes down. Well, we are gonna keep trying and see how this is gonna play out. Time is running out slowly but surely, and the enemy has higher kill count than us. This is dangerous because, well, like I explained before, we gonna lose if this happens, and I don't think we could manage to win in time since, you know, we are using Crusader now, and the enemy is really hard. That skill, oh, if it gets you, it gets you. Okay. Oh, that is such a shame, but we gotta try again. We gotta move on and keep moving forward. This time, focusing more, I think, on the killing, and yeah, this time I am more prepared and, let's just say, mastered the game. Okay. Well, not literally, but for this one instance, you will see the rise of our squad. Is it squad trio? Not quite sure. A little town there by Red Storm, but will she be able to destroy the core, or will she die? No, we are back with Said Countess, and she is trying to take the core, but the enemy team managed to kill her. And now Crusader, can he be useful and prove himself to be a hero? Well, no, not really, but at least he tried. This stage might be the hardest, I think. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the enemy with that annoying stun and damaging skill. But yeah, and we are nearing the end of this run. We lose and we'll try again. As you can see here, I was contemplating a lot on whether to buy an item, boost item or not. And I think in the end I got a damage boost above to my character, and so hopefully this will make the fight easier. And it's kind of cheating, but it's the future and the game. I mean, future or feature. I'm sorry, guys. Red Storm really worked hard here. She managed to kill a few of the enemy and then destroying the core. She secured our way to the next stage, the final of this video, and that is the 10th stage. For stage 10, it was pretty straightforward. We just destroyed some tower and enemies, then we are aiming for the core itself. Okay, we already learned basic the basic of it, but I'm learning it too late. Okay, don't be like me. But anyway, what we learned from the game is that for destroying tower and core we use red storm, crusader perhaps for dealing with crowd of minions and maybe enemy, but not that much difference on the defense and health, but maybe someone can correct me on that. Meanwhile, for side contest, she is, well, the DPS. I think she rely on the damage, the poison she has, which could damage enemy over time. But you decide. I think through all of this, Red Storm become my favorite character somehow. And with that, our journey almost ends with Red Storm banging on the car, okay, with beautiful work from Red Storm. And with that, we managed to beat 10 stage of legendary heroes. This is an offline game, okay, pretty good. I make jokes about the bot, but it's not like the game is bad, okay. If you are good at playing MOBAs, you might find this to be easy. And yeah, so thank you for following along with my journey. And yeah, I have something to say, only one thing more is that about my channel, I will be posting content like this, edited video, and hopefully with time my editing skill will improve along with my speaking ability, okay. And yeah, check on the other videos and my channel if you want to, and I'll see you guys in another video.